I'm stepping. What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. That's the way it get hectic. Don't let me slide up on you, no electric. You hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way, you know you do it texting. Listen, I don't know why they mentioning beef. I don't think no one better than me. You can say what you want, but my steppers don't speak. If I tell them to go, then they stepping on 3 like border chain. That's competitive. Me make it rain in your hood like I weather the streets. So my label we good. I'ma get to the breach. You only as tough as your weapon could be. I done call me a Dylan. I caught off the block. Cause the hate and put that on the watch. Had the ice on my neck cause little shorty on hot. Here's some rappers that want me to flop. I don't care about no dissing cause none of them pop. And I'm shooting my stars off the pop. They be all on my DM like when you gon' drop. Look, it get boring just me at the top. It get boring just me at the top. I be shaking their hearts every time that I drop. Like when I walk in the spot, it says you won't be in this if you don't make it hot like her. New deal, AP, I done signed up with Def Jam. Jay-Z, got the in my left hand. Play me every time that I step them. Hate me like what? Play with the gang and you play with your life. With a bag in your head, it don't matter the price. Foot on their neck, so I got me some ice. If I'm dissing you once, I ain't saying it twice. Said I got time today, I done stepped in the field, I got time to play. And my exes are up, they had time to wait. Blocking, I said I need time away. Like, what you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. That's the way it get hectic. Don't let me slide up on you, no electric. Blocking, hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way, you know you do it texting. Listen.
Can I talk my?
Come on.
That other side.
The Oakley way.
Hey.
C5.
Can't nobody do me like I do me.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Dolphins and the Cowboys. Next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. It is Week 16 of the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
Hill going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and now it's 3rd and 4. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys set to go to work for the first time, and they will have Cooper Rush under center, a man who was undrafted out of Central Michigan.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
First down now for Rush. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Rush's throw pulled in by Lamb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Rush's throw taken in there by Cooks. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. With the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far, running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Rush to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, but this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean reins to throw the football, and they'll have a better chance to win again this week.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan there on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Allen. To the 43, 2nd down. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you can see by the X next to their name, they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game. And this is caught at the 20. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Throwing here, Rush. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Touchdown! Tony Pollard from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they were able to throw it pretty
down the numbers. There he goes. Big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
No surprise he was targeted on that play because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
Impressive making him miss on that tackle attempt. To his throw, caught by Higgins. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone.
And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rush. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Option play, here's Pollard. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Cowboys at 13-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done. Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Rush with it on first down. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Play fake. Here's Rush. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up, multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver when he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a screen drive. They're less into double-digit snaps. You need to score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. When they've needed to play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. From the gun, it's Tua. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins have yet again retaken the lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point and good by Sanders. That will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he returns this to the 22. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense.
He's up over 1,200 yards now on the season. Had a touchdown on that last drive as well. Things continuing to trend in the right direction for this offense, but specifically, Charles, this running game.
And it all comes back to one word, doesn't it? Cohesion. Because you have to have that. Center, guards, tackles, tight ends. Some of the wide receivers being involved. Maybe a lead runner at times. Maybe a fullback.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there. And it's second down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now there's Cooks in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On second down, it's Pollard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that play.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Here's Pollard again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Oh, nice move.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. They go play action with Rush.
They'll roll him out right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield. But on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Rush working from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Now Rush. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup from 4 yards out.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Tua. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. This pass complete to Higgins. And the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before break. Rush. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Jacoby Brissett, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City to check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kareem Hunt, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Cooper Kupp, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Now 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Rush. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And this returnable for Hill.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Cowboys sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
In motion goes the tight end.
Second down, Pollard again.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Rush's throw there caught by Gallup.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Pollard will take it up to Gallup.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Rush. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake.
Rush. They'll fire this deep for Gallup.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Rush. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
First down now for Rush. Down the left sideline.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line?
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Tony Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will?
Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football. Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. They start on the ground with Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
On 2nd down, here's Rush. Going right back to Ferguson.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Pollard trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Pollard one more time.
And this time he is in.
Tony Pollard taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 2 now on first down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But down this big, we know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to cut into their lead. A big-time play by those guys on that side of the ball.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10.
Now a give here to Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Buying time to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing here, Rush.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown.
Jake Ferguson
from 21 yards away.
And the Cowboys extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside. They give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Micah Parsons in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Rush to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Prior to that, they were 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions in this ball game. Now 3 for 3.
And you've got to figure their luck's got to run out at some point, doesn't it? I will just tell you from a defense's point of view, someone has to step forward on 4th down and make a play himself because they're just letting it happen to them right now.
And they will take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love